Welcome back to Mountain Beaches, and today is a water getting day. I'm Kim, and there's Norm behind me, and today we had an oopsie, and it wasn't a huge one, and we're going to let you guess who caused the oopsie and see what Norm's got on the docket for today.
So we bought a food grade IBC tote yesterday so that we could bring water up and not have to go back and forth so many times into town for our drinking water. And we thought the very first two or three times of using this, we would take this, fill it up, and then put the water in our cistern, because we've been draining it down using it for other things, and that would give a chance to flush this out. It was used for some sort of a syrup and a little sticky in there, so this helps rinse it out. So this is our second load, and we're going to take it up to the cistern, and then we're going to open the floodgates and just dump it into the cistern. And right now we have about 250 gallons. This will hold 275, but if I get it that full, my tractor won't lift it. So we're about at the tractor's limit right now, and 250 gallons is just fine. We're refilling our cistern, but not without a cost. This is our second tank full, and the first tank full, I had an oopsie, and broke the lens, but even worse, poked a hole in my truck. But everybody needs a hole in their truck, right? I don't know. Wasn't my best morning. But it happened, and we'll figure it out. No big deal.
We don't want to run over those. Those are the structures for the solar array. So that would be a bad thing if we ran over those.
Just fine. I just didn't want to. Now I got to go back more. The water's going to go shooting. All right. Probably still a little too close. Putting a lot of water in there. Don't forget to undo the lid so you can let air in. Otherwise the tank goes whoop, clap. That's the official sound it makes. So you might be wondering, why are we even adding water to our cistern? Well, main reason is it had probably a good 1,000 gallons of water in it, and we've used a lot of that as we've been putting water on our posts for our solar setup, trying to compact all the dirt around it, and that's been awesome. It's, you know, we're creating big craters and sinkholes and filling it in everywhere, and so we're replenishing that water. But I just think it's a good idea to keep this as full as possible. So we've put close to 500 gallons in it already today. We're going to do another one of these, another 250 gallons today.
What about the sticky stuff?
So when we bought this yesterday, it's a food grade tote. I thought it had been rinsed really well, but it hadn't. And so this had a sugar-free polydextrose syrup, what was in this, and it was a one-time use. It's kind of a funny story. I asked the guy I bought it from, how come they only use these once? And he says it's a leftover from COVID. They use it once and they get rid of it. And he says one of these days they're going to figure out that that's dumb and they don't need to do that anymore. But for now, our win. I was putting water in it yesterday, so I put the hose in there, turned the water on, and it was just flopping around and flying around inside there and trying to get out. And so I thought, well, I need a better hose, a heavier hose, and I had a heavier hose in the truck. So I shut the water off and I'm doing this to pull the hose out, and I'm grabbing, and it's got all this gooey, sticky, which the bottom, probably the bottom inch or maybe even more, was just syrup. And I'm getting it all over my hands and my watch and my clothes, and oh, it was a huge mess yesterday. So that's another reason why we're running water through it and throwing the water down in the cistern, because we're trying to flush this tank out.
When I was young, my daddy said, gotta keep one eye open in your bed, 'cause there's a time coming when the devil gonna come for you. So my trigger finger, stay prepared. I've got my weapon and I got my prayers, 'cause if you don't run this town, they'll walk all over you. Run out loud, gotta run on. Keep on running till the sun goes down. Run out loud, better run on. Run all day till you can't be found.
No oopsies this time. Much better. Good job, Norm.
All right, I know a lot of you guys out there are experts on a lot of things. I need some advice on how to fix my truck, the hole that I put in it. Besides replacing that whole side panel, I'm not going to do that. And I'm not just putting a piece of duct tape over it. I need to grind it down, get rid of the sharp corners, and I could do that. But can you just, I know this is aluminum, Ford truck, aluminum. Can you do aluminum welding? I don't know. Let me know in the comments how you would fix this. And give me specific steps, or point to YouTube channels, or give me some advice. I need your help, guys and gals, those of you that know. This I can fix. This I'm not sure. My truck is filthy. We've had rain yesterday and today, and our road, we have a private road up that we share with a lot of other owners, and it's dirt road, and it just gets the truck filthy. I need a wash, but it's still wet and it's still getting dirty. So one thing we love about the area that our property is in is that the fairgrounds here, the Bonner County Fairgrounds, free dump station and free water. And so we like to come here, fill up. And so now we'll not have to do it as often with our big IBC tote. So that's going to be awesome. Fewer trips.
Norm's off to the fairgrounds to get some more water, and I'm going to water these posts out here. We want to make sure they're really, really firm and no movement to them before we start putting the cross structures on them to get the solar panels up. So we've been watering them, and I think they're about there, but we're going to give them one more good watering tonight and then see how they do. There it is. Well, you're home.
I am?
We may have had another oopsie.
Okay.
So I watered the first hole,
Yeah.
and now the pump's not working on the second hole.
Oh, that's not a problem. I think that's just because the solar panels aren't getting any.
No, they're getting, at least I think. So I don't know. I kinked the hose to get over to this one like I do at home, and when I opened it up, no more water. I don't know.
Kim's off fixing us some dinner, and I think we're going to call it a night before we break anything else. We'll catch up with you guys in the morning. Good morning and welcome back. Wow, it's a beautiful day today. Right now it's got to be, I don't know, in the low 60s. I think we're going to be in the mid 70s today for a high. A few wispy clouds in the sky, but gosh, this is just gorgeous. Days we live for. So I'm heading down to the cistern to check out the solar pump that Kim thinks she broke yesterday. She was watering, she was watering the posts, and she just pinched it off to go from one post to the next, 10-second walk from one post to the next one, and the pump stopped working. I think it had to do with battery level and the fact that the sun was already gone, so the solar wasn't generating. It doesn't seem to work very much unless it's got solar. So hopeful that that's all it was and that she really didn't kill it. But let's find out. The sun is on the solar panels now. We kind of had not a great day yesterday with my oops with the truck, and we showed you that where with the pallet forks, there's a little piece on the edge of the pallet fork that sticks out, and I hit the truck with that just ever so slightly, well, obviously more than slightly, and I put a hole in the back, just above or by one of the taillights, cracked the taillight, and I know that the taillight enclosure is going to be super expensive because they have sensors in them now, and it's crazy. But now I have a hole in the back of the truck. All right. So I got to figure that out, and I mentioned earlier, if you guys have any suggestions on how to fix that thing without replacing the whole panel, let me know. So here we are. Here's the solar panels. They look like they're probably generating now. So let's head over to the cistern, and we filled it pretty well yesterday with water. I'd like to get at least one more load. One more of the IBC tote back here filled up and into here. That's pretty good amount of water in there. Let's flip the switch on the solar pump and see what happens. Ah, yes, it's going. Kim's going to be happy to hear that. Let's go back and tell her. She was feeling pretty blue, especially after my truck incident that she had ruined the pump. It's not a cheap pump. So let me give her the good news here. Good news.
Good news? Oh.
The pump is working.
Oh, yay. So, did you have to pull it out and reset anything?
Nope, I just turned it on and it started going.
Oh, you're magic.
Yeah.
You're magic as usual.
My magic.
Yay.
All right. I told her she'd be happy to hear that, so let's get the water back on. The posts seem to be really, really stable. Even the ones that seem to have more air pockets than others. This first one is one of those. Look at this. I can push on it as hard as I can, and they don't budge at all. And I get it, I start putting the components all together on it, and it's going to be a lot more weight and a lot more stress than just me pushing on it. But I think the effect of adding all the water that we're putting in these is making a difference. Let me show you one of the posts that still has a sinkhole in it. A couple of sinkholes actually. So you can see right down here how it just goes down, and there's a hole over there. So water is still going down in there, and we're getting dirt to go down, dirt and rocks actually, and we're just sucking it all down in. That'll make a difference, and I think it'll a little bit more water on these, and we'll be ready to start assembling the rest of the stand. Water's just going down, down, down. So let me get the shovel and start trying to open this up and get some more dirt down in there, get this one resolved. Now, this first one that we watered this morning, this is how it should look after you're done watering it. The water should all just stay in the contained area and not be dropping down into the ground. See how it's just pooled there, and it's not just going down into the ground. It'll soak in it eventually, but this one over here, it's just going straight in the ground. It's not pooling anywhere at all. Yeah, this one needs some work. You know, you can have all the big equipment in the world, and it makes the job a lot easier, but there's just something about working with a shovel. Something about working with the shovel and dirt and getting your hands dirty. It just makes you feel alive and like you're really doing something. I don't know, maybe I'm just weird that way, but something about a shovel. So I just ordered a load of 2.5 minus rock, and we're going to extend our driveway out to, at least out to where our shed is, because that's usually where we park our truck, and we're just getting so much dust. So I'm going to lay down some geotextile fabric, and then I'm going to put some 2.5 minus over it. Not sure how thick I'm going to go, but right now I just have one truckload. I know that's not enough, but I want just to get started. So they're going to either be here this afternoon or tomorrow morning. Not sure when they'll call me, but I need to get the ground a little bit more level, and so I've got the land plane hooked up and going back and forth, getting ready for that. I've got the grapple installed, and then I'm going to go, after I do this, then next up is start cutting some wood. road grading turned out really nicely. It's just perfect. We're waiting for the call, so for the rock to show up. In the meantime, heading down to the wood pile, and we're going to start cutting firewood. Kim's going to be down and helping, and we got so much work to do. Let's head down there. All right, we both have our personal protection equipment on. We are ready for some wood cutting.
Firewood cutting.
Yeah.
We have lots to do.
First time cutting our firewood. Well, we got the logs cut last year. Now we need to cut it into lengths. Our wood fire boiler can take 20 to 24 inch, so we're going to go with 20 inch. And some we're going to split and some we're not. But we're getting started now because we are way behind the 8 ball.
Yes, we are.
All right, so we both have our chainsaws. Kim has a battery-powered.
Small one. Got it for Christmas. My Christmas present.
So we just got the call from the gravel yard, and they will be here probably in about a half hour now. We got to get our geotextile laid out before they get here. We got to hustle. Never done this before.
We haven't done lots of stuff before.
Awesome. So we're going to get another load tomorrow.
Just one more?
One more, yeah. So right now it's probably about 3 inches thick, deep, and need some more to spread it all the way out to the edges. But
and are we getting the same size tomorrow?
Yep, same stuff.
Okay. time to call it a day.
Absolutely. You see that full bin behind us? That's about a third of a cord, and that's a fair amount of work. So
I love this wood cutter. I think that's going to be my job.
the splitter?
The splitter, yeah.
Yeah, so the cutting with the chainsaws and using the grapple on the Yanmar tractor, awesome.
Yep.
So much help. And then our new splitter, this is awesome. It's black diamond and 38-ton. So far, it's a keeper.
So what all did we get done today?
Oh, we got a lot accomplished today.
Yeah. So first off, what? What did you do first?
Started the morning watering the posts.
Yes.
Get that settled some more. I graded an extension of the driveway out towards our trailer.
It was so dusty.
So I got that graded. We got some geotextile laid, and we got a load of rock here today.
Yes.
Using the grapple, we went over to the wood pile, and we got, 4 or 5 logs that we cut and split.
Yep.
A third of a cord done.
Awesome.
And only about 6 more cords to go.
But you know what? I'm having fun.
Right. That's going to do it for tonight. Thanks so much for joining us. You guys are awesome.
Yes.
If you like this video, give it a like. That's what it's called, a like.
Yep.
And subscribe if you're not yet. We appreciate that so much.
And comments, we love your comments.
We
At
do.
least most of them.
Most of them. Most of them, yes.
And we answer all of them. So, yeah, give us some comments on what you think of what we're doing. So,
All right. We'll catch you in the next one.
okay. Bye-bye.